Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Okay, and in this video, I'm going to be giving my partial thoughts on the WWE Crown Jewel event that took place in Saudi Arabia this past Thursday. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be my partial thoughts because I really didn't watch the entire show because I really just only watched like the three main matches that the show was really set around, like the WWE Championship match, the Team Hogan Team Flair match, and the main event for the Universal title. And also, yeah, that's really just gonna be like what I am gonna be like really like going over or about the show, yeah, and as well as like some other stuff that's going on because I'm sure that uh, a lot of you have like heard about like the issues about like the traveling issues that the WWE people like had after the event, like when they were like leaving Saudi Arabia. Yeah, there were like some they like had issues like getting like flying out of Saudi Arabia because of like some issues that like were reported as one thing originally, but yeah, just like today I've like seen some reports that it's actually a different story than like what they were originally saying. So yeah, I'll talk about that after I talk about like give my thoughts on the show. So yeah, so so didn't, like I said, I didn't really watch the entire show. Plus, I didn't actually see it like this past Thursday on Halloween when it first aired on the network because yeah, I just like was like kind of like doing some other stuff. Like of course, like I was like doing my Halloween special reviews as well as like the Terminator review. So yeah, I was kind of like busy with that. I mean, I could have like watched it like some point on that day, but yeah, I just didn't get around to it. Yeah, I just like watched the show just well, yeah, what I did see of the show, I just saw like just this past weekend. So yeah, it was really those were really just the only things that I was really like kind of really interested in seeing. So yeah, those were really the only things that I really did see for the show. So yeah, I can't really like judge the show as a whole because I didn't watch it. But from what I saw of it, gosh, I did like the Hogan Flair match, and even like the main event was decent enough. The opener, it's kind of a different story. So yeah. So I'll just like give my brief thoughts on the show. So yeah. So the first match of the show was Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez for the WWE Championship. I was kind of surprised that this was the first match of the show. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I guess because of like what did happen in this match, I guess they just wanted to get it out of the way. But yeah, it still like is kind of like surprising me that this was the first match of the event. Yeah. So yeah, everybody knows this match. I mean, it only lasted like what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Yeah, and Brock Lesnar had Cain Velasquez in the Kimura lock, and he tapped out. So yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people were pissed about this, just like how short this match was, especially like when Cain Velasquez like came to WWE when he first appeared on the first Friday Night SmackDown, and yeah, and he just annihilated Brock Lesnar pretty much, and then he just like submits in 2 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people are really like pissed about that when this took place. But yeah, WWE has like said like why uh the match was short is because like Cain Velasquez apparently like his knee is injured and so like he has to have surgery on it, and the WWE didn't really want the match to really go that long and really have like really like have any like further damage done to his knee. Yeah, I'll have like a article in the description box that'll like go more in depth into this. So yeah, you can like read the article down there if you want like some a bigger explanation for it. But yeah, apparently like that's the reason why it went so short. I mean, I'm sure they probably could have done this in like another way to really like not make it like just really not make it look the way that it did. I mean, yeah, Brock Lesnar did get his revenge against Cain Velasquez, of course, for Cain Velasquez winning the UFC title from him, but yeah, they really chose to do it like this. Yeah, and now apparently at Survivor Series, of course, because Rey Mysterio brought in Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar's targeting Rey Mysterio. Now at Survivor Series, Brock Lesnar is going to be defending the WWE title against Rey Mysterio. I really don't know how that's going to turn out. I'm not sure if this is just going to be a really short match as well, or what they plan to do with it. But yeah, regardless, yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, but yeah, I was kind of shocked that they really did have this go on as the first match of the event, but I guess like because of how short it was, they probably just wanted to get it out of the way and really not like make people get like that pissed off about it. Even though like Saudi Arabia really seemed to love Brock Lesnar, I mean, yeah, the crowd really was like behind Brock Lesnar and not and kind of like booing Cain Velasquez. I'm not sure just because this is WWE and Brock Lesnar is a WWE veteran and Cain Velasquez is not. So I don't know if that was the case or why they were cheering Brock Lesnar and booing Cain Velasquez or what it was. But yeah, I was just like, it was kind of like, yeah, I guess just Saudi Arabia must really love Brock Lesnar or something. I don't know. Yeah. All right. But anyway, yeah. And then, yeah, then like there were like several matches after this that I didn't watch. Like the OC won the 9-team tag team turmoil for the Tag Team World Cup. Mansoor defeated Cesaro. Tyson Fury beat Braun Strowman by countout. AJ Styles retained the U.S. title against Humberto Carrillo. Is that how it's said? Yeah. And history was made at this event because, yeah, the very first women's match in Saudi Arabia, Natalya defeated Lacey Evans by submission. Yeah, apparently, like Saudi Arabia has like some condition about like women fighting or something, and so yeah, there was like a policy that only men could compete at these events in Saudi Arabia. But history was made with the first women's match in Saudi Arabia, and Natalya beat Lacey Evans. So yeah, so none of those matches I actually did watch. Yeah, but next up then was Team Hogan, which consisted of Roman Reigns, Rusev, Ricochet, Shorty G, and Ali, versus Team Flair, which consisted of Randy Orton, King Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Drew McIntyre. And yeah, this match was just like really, really good. I mean, yeah, I really did enjoy this. I mean, yeah, I did like how it was like a sort of a way to carry on like the ongoing Hulk Hogan Ric Flair feud that's gone on for many years in pro wrestling. Of course, in the WWF back in the day when Ric Flair first came to the company in like '91, and of course in WCW, and yeah, have it like still like continue here. Yeah. And of course, like you had both Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair at ringside for their teams, as well as Jimmy Hart also in a quarter of a Team Hogan. And yeah, this match was actually pretty good. I mean, I was kind of like skeptical about this because the teams didn't really look. I really didn't really think too fondly of the members on the team, especially on Team Hogan with like guys like Ricochet and Shorty G and Ali. I mean, those guys just kind of seemed like just jobbers to really have on the team. I mean, I just thought that maybe that they could have like put on like some bigger stars on the team, but yeah, I did think that Ric Flair's team did look was like kind of decent with the names on there, but Hulk Hogan in particular, I just felt like I wasn't really didn't really have like big like really fond feelings about, but yeah, it was still pretty good. I did think that all 10 guys in here did do pretty well in the match, even like the guys like Ali, Shorty G, and Ricochet. I mean, yeah, I was kind of skeptical, but yeah, they did really good in the match. Yeah. And of course, there's the story in here between like Rusev and Bobby Lashley, because of course Lashley like ended up like of course has a stolen Lana from Rusev. So yeah, we had like that story going on here, and yeah, all 10 guys really did look real good. I mean, and yeah, Ric Flair's team was like looking like very, very dominant in this match. I mean, yeah, it just seemed like any time where it looked like Hulk Hogan's team was like in the upper hand, like Ric Flair's team would just like come back and just like really just continue to be dominant over a lot of the guys at many points in the match. Yeah, I remember like there was like the point where it looked where there was like one person on Team Hogan and like other team members tried to get involved, but other members of Team Flair just took them out. Yeah, and yeah, they did like use Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair really good. I mean, yeah, they were just like at ringside. Neither one of them actually did get involved in the match at all. Like Ric Flair didn't try to interfere here when like it looked like Team Hogan did get the upper hand, and yeah, Hulk Hogan didn't get involved, and Jimmy Hart didn't get involved. So yeah, they actually did their job of just merely being managers and not actually getting involved in the match. So yeah, they actually used Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and Jimmy Hart really well. Yeah, yeah. And then uh, and yeah, oh, it had like a spot where I actually really did think it was going to be over, where Roman Reigns was like preparing to do like his Superman punch to Randy Orton, but yeah, Randy Orton like battled back Roman Reigns, and yeah, he like nailed Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns, as he was trying to come back for the Superman punch, Randy Orton countered it into an RKO, and I really did think that that could have been it right there, but yeah, Roman Reigns survived it. Yeah, and yeah, at the end of the match, there was some like really good teamwork here, where Roman Reigns really was battling back and really like getting the upper hand on Randy Orton, and it looked like other members of Team Flair were trying to get involved to help Randy Orton, but yeah, the other members of Team Hogan like all went in and just like made sure that none of the other guys got involved and really just took them out, and then Roman Reigns then hit a spear on Randy Orton and got the pin. So yeah, Team Hogan yeah, Team Hogan ended up like getting the win in this match. So yeah, of course, like I'm happy about Team Hogan winning. So what am I going to complain about that? Yeah. So yeah, and the match overall was pretty good. Like I said, I was kind of like skeptical about it, considering that the teams really didn't look all that hot. But yeah, they pulled it off. So yeah, so that match definitely did exceed my expectations. I wasn't expecting it to really be as good as it turned out being. So yeah, so I really can't find too much to complain about for that match. So yeah, I would say that match definitely did deliver. So yeah, and then there was the main event, the for the Universal title. Um, Seth Rollins defending against Bray Wyatt. And yeah, this match was like false count anywhere. And yeah, they had the stipulation for this match where it couldn't be stopped for any reason, like the match at Hell in a Cell was. Yeah. Yeah, so once again, they had like the red light surround during this match. Yeah, they have like just the red light going on, flashing throughout this whole match. And I really don't like that. I mean, I get what they're trying to do with Bray Wyatt, but yeah, just the red light's really distracting. I mean, especially like if you're there live, I don't even know like how the live crowds can actually like even see like what's even going on in the match live. I mean, it just seems really distracting. I mean, I don't know like how it does look live because I haven't actually been to any. I wasn't at Hell in the Cell and I wasn't at this Crown Jewel event, so yeah, I really don't know like how this actually looks live, but I would have to assume that it looks really distracting and people really can't see the match very well. So yeah, I really think they have to just like drop that whole red light thing during Bray Wyatt's match. Is yeah, but yeah, I guess this was this was all right. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess this match was solid enough. I mean, I guess it was like a it was better than their match at Hell in a Cell, but it really still wasn't like all that great. I mean, yeah, they were really overdoing it with the curb stomp in this match. Like Seth Rollins hit like 8 curb stomps on Bray Wyatt in the match, and it just really got to be overkill. I mean, it is. I mean, seriously. I mean, and I'm just really not buying this stuff with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I mean, it's a cool gimmick, but all they're doing with it, just making it seem like he's just absolutely like impenetrable and stuff. I'm just really not buying that, especially like with all the stuff Seth Rollins was doing to him in this match. Are you mean to say that like none of this stuff is even phasing him? So yeah, I'm just really not buying this. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, like I said, the curb stomp stuff was like really overkill in the match, and then and yeah, it was even like going like onto the floor. Like they were like battling like all like around the ring, on the outside of the ring, and yeah, they were fighting up the aisleway and on the staging area, like in the entranceway. Yeah, and Seth Rollins was doing like curb stomps on Bray Wyatt, like around the ring and in the entranceway also. And yeah, it just like I said, it was just really overkill. I mean, 8 curb stomps and stuff. So yeah, it just yeah, they were just really overdoing that. Yeah, yeah. And so, yeah, and with all that stuff, like it was really making the curb stomp seem pretty useless now. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, like I said in like that video I did talking about this rivalry before, yeah, with how Hell in a Cell ended, it just seems like Seth Rollins is just like really done, and people have just like completely turned against him. And if he won this match, people were really going to be pissed off. But then, yeah, then like at one point, then while they were fighting in the entranceway, like Seth Rollins like threw Bray Wyatt into the electrical area, and there were just a whole bunch of short horts, like a bunch of stuff was like shorting out and stuff. There were just like short circuits all everywhere. Yeah, and then and then and then there was another short, but then yeah, that like ended up like damaging Seth Rollins' side or something, and then yeah, Bray Wyatt then just suddenly like just rose up like the all those shorts didn't even phase him, and then he slapped the mandible claw onto uh, Seth Rollins, and then hit his sister Abigail, and then yeah, then he got the pin. So yeah, Bray Wyatt won the Universal Championship. So what are they going to do with Bray Wyatt now? I mean, with him as the Universal Champion, I just really don't know like what they're going to do with him now, how long his reign's going to last, and just yeah, the jury's just really out on Bray Wyatt right now and what the WWE is really going to do with him now that he is the Universal Champion. I just really don't know. And as far as Seth Rollins, I'm really not sure what is next for him either. I mean, yeah, um, yeah, I just really don't know like what is going to happen with him. I don't know if like they're gonna do something different with him, like turn him heel or like give him like a sort of like lower him down to a mid card feud, and just like try to get like people to like kind of like come back to his side. I really don't know like what is going to happen with either of these guys now. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what the future has in store for both guys. So yeah, but yeah, a decent match overall. I guess a step up from their match at Hell in a Cell. Then yeah, at least now they did the right thing and gave Bray Wyatt the title. Yeah. So yeah, so from what I saw of the show, I mean, yeah, not really the greatest. I mean, I did like the Team Hogan Team Flair match, but yeah, the stuff like Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. I mean, yeah, I'm sure people are gonna be pissed, but yeah, there was the explanation for that I talked about, which the article will be down in the description to read more about it. And yeah, and I guess Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt was a decent enough. So yeah, I guess what I saw at the show was decent. Now, from what I have heard, like I've like seen some reviews of this show on other channels, and yeah, it seems that the show was decent enough. I mean, I've seen some reviews saying that this has so far been the best WWE event in Saudi Arabia so far, which I think so far they've had 4 because they had the Greatest Royal Rumble, they had Crown Jewel last year, they had Super Showdown earlier this year, and now they had this one. So yeah, I think this is the 4th one they had. I mean, yeah, if I'm forgetting one, yeah, you can comment on my channel and tell me if I'm forgetting of another event that's happened in Saudi Arabia so far. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so it seems to be, from what I've heard, to be the best Saudi Arabia show so far. So, yeah. So I guess this has done, this was a decent enough. So yeah, I can't really make that judgment since I haven't seen the whole show. But yeah, based on what I've heard, it seems to be the best one. So yeah, I guess this show was a pass. Yeah. But yeah, as far as the future of WWE and Saudi Arabia goes now, it seems like to be like kind of uncertain what the future is now because, yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about like after the show, like as the WWE was getting ready to leave Saudi Arabia the following day after the show, apparently like the flight was like delayed, or like that was what the original report was, that the flight was delayed, and a lot of the WWE talent ended up unable to leave Saudi Arabia to make it to the following day SmackDown. Yeah. And yeah, originally, like as I said, they were saying that the flight was delayed because of like some mechanical problems on the plane or something. But apparently now there are reports that that's not actually the reason. Now the reports are that the reason that a lot of the WWE talent wasn't able to leave Saudi Arabia was because apparently there's been kind of like a bust up between Vince McMahon and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, because reports are now saying that Vince apparently hasn't actually been paid for the last two Saudi Arabia events that the WWE has had, and apparently due to that, had Vince apparently acted in retaliation, and he cut the uh, live TV feed of the show off in Saudi Arabia. And apparently that ended up like pissing off the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia so much that he apparently ordered all the WWE talent off of the plane before it left. And so yeah, that's why a lot of the WWE talent ended up unable to leave Saudi Arabia. So yeah, there's now a little bust up between Vince and the Crown Prince, and yeah, I've heard that there's actually like a lot of the WWE talent that apparently are pissed at Vince for it. Right? And yeah, now the future of like the WWE in Saudi Arabia is really uncertain because Vince has now been saying that he's refusing to do another Saudi Arabia event until they actually pay him that money that he says that they owe him. So yeah, and even there are a lot of like WWE wrestlers that are now saying that they're refusing to go to Saudi Arabia after this power play, as they refer to it. So yeah, there'll be another article down in the description for this story as well if you want to see it. But yeah, yeah, this just seems like the future's now really uncertain, and quite frankly, as far as who is right and who's wrong in this whole situation when it comes to like this thing with Vince and Crown Prince, I really can't take either side of this because, personally, I don't really think either are right. I mean, I think it was wrong and unprofessional of Vince to cut off the feet of Saudi Arabia, like just to pretty much like punish the entire nation for what the Crown Prince did, or just for like the money that like Saudi Arabia owes him. Like it's not like the entire country that's like doing this to him. Like the entire all the residents of Saudi Arabia, like they're not the ones that owe Vince money. So I really don't think Vince should actually punish the people, all the people in Saudi Arabia that were watching this event, and for what like whoever is like whoever the people are that actually owes him this money, he have done. So yeah, I really don't think Vince was really right to do that, to really punish like all the fans in Saudi Arabia, to cut the feet off like that. But personally, I really don't think that the Crown Prince was really right either to do what he did. I mean, I really don't think that because of just something that the owner did, all of his employees should be punished for it too. I mean, they had an event to get to, so yeah, the Crown Prince really just screwed all the WWE wrestlers that were supposed to be at SmackDown the following day over. So yeah, and he really could really get them into trouble for it. So I really don't know like what is going to happen now. I don't know if like there are going to be some wrestlers that are going to be like protesting against Vince for this and like no show the events. And yeah, I don't know like what the future is for WWE in Saudi Arabia now, if they're when they will do more events, because now because they do have like that 10-year partnership thing with Saudi Arabia where they're supposed to be like go into Saudi Arabia for these events, but I don't know if now that deal's going to be called off, or if like Vince and Saudi Arabia will be able to make amends and like they will like sort this thing out. I don't know like what the future is for WWE in Saudi Arabia now. So yeah, I don't. So yeah, I don't know if like there's gonna be some more or reports in the future to talk more about this whole situation. But yeah, I guess the future now is just like very uncertain. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see for some more reports if this thing will get sorted out, and if like Vince and the Crown Prince are able to reach an agreement, and Vince will get his money, and this whole thing will just this whole ordeal will just be treated like it never happened, and they will uh, uh, proceed on with this partnership plan, and the events in Saudi Arabia will continue. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the future. All right. So so I guess that's all I can really say about it. So so those are my thoughts on what I did see of the Crown Jewel event, and the whole ordeal and this whole situation going on with Vince and Saudi Arabia now. So if you did watch the whole show, you can tell me what you thought of it. Commented on my channel, and just tell me what you think about this whole situation with Vince and Saudi Arabia and the uncertain future of it. All right. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. So, well, not review, but this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.